If you are a huge adrenaline junkie, you've come to the right place. As today, we will travel around world's most unbelievable places, from swimming with crocodiles and sharks to zero gravity. Here are some of the most insane attractions that you're better off not knowing. I know you're wondering why we call this place Croc-amole. Well, it has to do with the pounding of my heart when I saw this place, aka the Cage of Death. Well, it turns out there's a pool in Australia where you can wait for it, can swim with actual crocodiles. Yes, I repeat, crocodiles. They are huge. Visitors can take a bath in a tiny pool surrounded by man-eating crocodiles in this underwater acrylic cage, which is a part of the aquarium. Before taking the plunge, visitors must complete a brief safety lesson, but otherwise, all you can do is cower in fear and pray that the plastic cage does its job. Yep, the next one on the list is the fastest zip line in the world, the Velocity zip line. And let me tell you that it's one of the wildest attractions in the world that exists in the city of Wales. Pretty unusual, if you know Wales. This zipline was built with speed in mind, speeding riders from 0 to 60 miles per hour in under 10 seconds. And it doesn't stop there. The steep, rideable wire zooms guests along its length at speeds of up to 125 miles per hour, which is the authorized rail speed limit in England. Yes, it's quite a ride. If you think that the tilted Tower of Pisa is a sight to behold, what if I told you that you could stand in one and watch the whole city through it? The John Hancock Building in Chicago is all about offering you a sweet view of the city and an adrenaline rush. The Tilt, an 8-station hydraulic experience where guests are put against a slightly slanted glass facing Chicago from 1,128 feet in the sky, really manages to collect money from individuals who want that rush. That is exactly what I'm saying. The glass platform tilts steadily towards the ground, allowing a somewhat better view of the ground the entire way down. Fortunately, there are handrails on both sides, which guests rightfully grab tightly on the final tilt, if it helps. Yes, it's true one exists, and it's in the middle of a deadly mountain range in Australia. As once starts, there's no going back. Even the most gifted climbers would be unable to reach mountain peaks. Climbers can cross an otherwise inaccessible gorge using this basic wire ladder, which hangs 2,300 feet above the ground. It measures 140 feet in length. You'll have to crawl the entire 140-foot length with a certain doom directly below you. Unless you enjoy heights, perhaps a different pastime or location would be more appropriate. We've all heard the phrase walking on the edge, but not like this before. And Canadian guys were generous enough to build such a tower for us where we could just jump, only attached to a cord. Just a cord. The CN Tower is a 1,500-foot communication tower that offers the world's tallest, hands-free, full-circle observatory experience. With no guardrails, if you're afraid of heights, you'll adore it. You'll be hooked to a harness by an overhead rail, which will keep you from furiously tumbling all the way down to the streets. Yes, Harry Potter fans, I did it! You don't have to be a wizard to come up with crazy things such as a Harry Potter-based title or walking on a flying plane. Actually, Pius came up with this idea. Everyone else in the globe who's fearless and daring is trying wind walking to satisfy their desire for danger. And this adventure attracts a surprising audience with their jaw-dropping antics. While you're up there feeling like a superhero with nothing to lose, the pilot will take the plane on fast climbs, steep dives, and flybys. Die-hard thrill junkies should try the loop-de-loop experience. Have you ever considered yourself becoming a human slingshot? I know I haven't, but who came up with this absurd concept in the first place? The Nevis Catapult is the latest addition to New Zealand's lengthy list of wild attractions. Since some people find bungee jumping no longer interesting, the Nevis Catapult will satisfy your adrenaline craving, I guarantee it. The catapult propels you straight out in one direction. Daring persons who have done it have achieved high speeds of up to 62 miles per hour in 1.5 seconds in the air. The ladder to heaven, take a leap of faith. For the next one, we're taking you inside the water. What? The whole world is an Adventureland. Although the Great Blue Hole in Belize is not the only marine sinkhole in the world, it is the largest. Several divers have gone missing and died inside. In fact, 2 bodies of long-missing divers were discovered during a voyage to the bottom in 2019. The hole is dangerous to both inexperienced divers and the aquatic life that surrounds it. This is no ordinary race. It may prove a life-changing experience for those that decide to participate, as it turns out that it takes place in the middle of a desert. Running in the hot weather was enough. In a nutshell, MDS isn't the most difficult race on the planet, but it's a ton of fun. If you don't mind the sand, blisters, peeing in a bag, and being very hungry, in a word, MDS isn't the most difficult race around, but it's an utter thrill. If swimming with crocodiles scares you, try swimming with great white sharks off the coast of Cape Town, South Africa. This heart-wrenching tourist attraction can be found, among other places, at Boulders Beach in Simonstown. If you're up for it, you'll be brought by boat to a location where sharks congregate during the summer, where you'll put on your wetsuit and enter a steel cage that goes into the sea, where you'll get to swim with great white sharks. You'll get up close and personal with great white sharks, with only steel bars to protect you. Don't worry, the cage is attached to the watercraft, and you'll be free to interact with the sharks as much as you like while remaining safe. Swimming with sharks sounds terrifying, but for the brave, it's an experience not to be missed. On the other hand, there was an accident in which a tourist just avoided a major catastrophe, so it might not be quite so tempting after all. Plane in zero gravity. Many individuals aspire to travel in space, yet only approximately 536 people have had the opportunity to experience weightlessness outside of Earth's atmosphere. Fortunately, for those of us who haven't gone through insane astronaut training, firms like Zero G have started offering weightless flights, which allow guests to experience Zero G without having to build their own rockets. These specialized plane trips are flown at just the correct angles to induce brief bursts of weightlessness, allowing you to glide around the cabin, perform acrobatic maneuvers, and gain a sense of what astronauts must experience on a regular basis. Isla de las Monicas is a little island just south of Mexico City, nestled between the canals of Xochimilco and the long-abandoned refuge of Don Julio and Santana, who were sent there from the mainland due to his alcohol problems. According to legend, a young girl drowned in a nearby canal, and Don was haunted by her spirit, so he began exchanging his vegetables for old dolls, which he distributed throughout the island to soothe her spirit. Hundreds of old, rotting baby dolls hang from trees. Some think they possess the girl's spirit. While the island was never intended to be a tourist attraction, the eeriness of the place has attracted so many visitors that it's now open for tours on weekends as well. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. This bridge is located in the province of Hunan, China. Here at the Zhangjiaji Grand Canyon, architects and engineers were inspired by James Cameron's film Avatar and sought to bring a little Pandora to Earth by constructing the world's largest entirely glass-bottom bridge. The floor of the bridge, which lies between you and certain doom, is made up of 99 translucent plates composed of 3 layers of glass, and it is built at an altitude of 980 feet. The bridge has already set 10 world records, and it's sure to set more. The Market Theater gum wall is affectionately known as the world's second germiest tourist attraction. Why? Because it's been collecting germs and gum for the past 2 decades. This local landmark in downtown Seattle's Post Alley under Pike Place Market began when people waiting in line at the Market Theater box office began sticking their gum on the wall, some even molding their discarded, chewed product into sculptures. It was cleaned on a regular basis, but the gum continued reappearing, so they gave up and the gum on the wall was embraced and even celebrated as an authentic attraction. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.